The best day of my life, Emile Smith Rowe reacts to Arsenal's win over Tottenham. Emile Smith Rowe has described Arsenal's comprehensive 3-1 victory over North London rivals Tottenham as the best day of my life, and praised Mikel Arteta for allowing him to play with freedom. Smith Rowe got Arsenal off to a flying start against the biggest rivals when he calmly slotted home a cutback from fellow Englishman Bukayo Saka past the motionless Hugo Lloris in the Spurs goal. Further first-half goals from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Saka gave the Gunners bragging rights in North London as Spurs, who scored a late consolation through Son Heung-min, make it 3 successive Premier League defeats, conceding 3 goals in each of them. Smith Rowe, who came through the academy at Arsenal, was delighted with the victory and his own personal performance. "I've always dreamed of this day to score for Arsenal against Tottenham. With my family here, it's the best feeling ever," he told Sky Sports. The 21-year-old Englishman also praised the role that his manager Arteta has had in his development, adding that the Spaniards' trust in him and other players allows them to flourish at the Emirates. "I feel like Arteta just tells us to keep calm, it gives us so much confidence," he added. Aubameyang also hailed the role of Arsenal's young players like Smith Rowe and Saka, while admitting that there is more to come from them. "Arsenal can be proud of these boys and my kids will go to Hale End and they will end up like him," he said. Granit Xhaka injury leaves Mikel Arteta pretty worried after North London derby win. Mikel Arteta admits he is pretty worried about Granit Xhaka after the midfielder limped out of Arsenal's impressive 3-1 win in the North London derby against Tottenham on Sunday. The Swiss midfielder was hurt as Spurs forward Lucas Moura fell into him, with the exact nature of the problem unclear, but with his leg planted as the collision occurred, there are concerns that it could be ligament damage. Arteta certainly suggested that it could be a serious injury for the 28-year-old, although, as ever, they will have to wait for further checks to find out the full extent of the problem. "Unfortunately he got injury and I'm pretty worried because it doesn't look very positive at the moment," said Arteta of his midfield general. Xhaka was retuning to the starting 11 after suspension and turned in a fantastic performance alongside Thomas Partey in the middle of midfield. They provided the ideal base for the 3 goal scorers and Martin Odegaard to play freely ahead of them and rip Spurs to shreds at times in the first half. There are many Arsenal fans was surprised that Xhaka started the game instead of Albert Sambi Lokonga. And this is the answer from Granit Xhaka. "He was great last evening." Aaron Ramsdale annoyed with himself despite Arsenal's dominant win over Tottenham. Arsenal goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale was left annoyed with himself for not keeping a clean sheet, despite the rousing 3-1 victory over Tottenham on Sunday at the Emirates. Son Heung-min gave Spurs a slight hope of a revival as the game neared the end, and while it made no difference to the result, Ramsdale was left frustrated that he didn't keep a 3rd straight clean sheet in the Premier League. The English stopper got a hand to the shot but could only palm it into the net, and he was frustrated because he knew he could have saved the South Koreans' effort. "I'd have loved to have kept a clean sheet, I'm a bit annoyed at myself for the goal," Ramsdale said on Premier League Productions. "If I keep my body weight forward I think I save it and it goes round the post. But this place was rocking today, the strikers were excellent, defenders were excellent, I'm buzzing off this. This is one hell of a day and hopefully every time we play them it'll be like this." Ramsdale also made a fine save from Harry Kane in the second half and a sensational stop from Lucas Moura, tipping his effort onto the crossbar in the dying moments. "To be honest I was cramping in my calves for about 20 minutes, I must have had 4 energy gels so I'll be wide awake for ages," said Ramsdale of the memorable save. "We've been priding ourselves on defending. Ainsley, Maitland-Niles, has tried to get a block on it, managed to get a deflection which has probably not helped. I've managed to spring and get a hand to it and thankfully it's come off the bar and reliable take hero Tomiyasu has cleared it and we've come away with only 1 goal against it and 3 points." Ramsdale has now won all 3 of the Premier League matches he has played for the Gunners and will be looking to keep up that superb record at Brighton on Saturday. Mikel Arteta hails the leadership of 2 senior players in Arsenal win over Tottenham. Smith Rowe and Saka in particular will have Arsenal fans purring on Sunday evening, but Arteta was equally pleased with the performances of Partey and the returning Xhaka at the base of midfield. The Swiss was coming back from a suspension and was impressive alongside the Ghana international. It was probably the exact mix that we need. The seniors players stepped in and dominated the game, Arteta told Sky Sports. The leadership of Granit, of Thomas, the senior players. Then the youth, that is full of enthusiasm, life and good energy. Arteta was reveling in the victory, which was Arsenal's third straight victory in the Premier League and puts the 3 straight defeats they started the season with further in the rear-view mirror. Asked what he was pleased with in the performance, he said, the determination, the conviction and the connection with our people. It's such a special day. We came here to do what we spoke about before the game, they put it in an incredible way. This is not about football. It's the energy you feel when you're here and the crowd is with you. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang said Arsenal's youngsters played with freedom after the Gunners cruised to a 3-1 derby victory over Tottenham. It means everything. It means the world to us. We gave everything for them today. The fans give us everything. They push us. It's an amazing feeling, unbelievable, Arsenal captain Aubameyang told Sky Sports, as he spoke alongside Smith Rowe. Asked if he offered guidance to Arsenal's younger players, Aubameyang said, these boys are great guys, they're doing well, and I'm happy that my kids will grow up, in London, and one day be maybe like Smith Rowe. It's quite easy when you have boys like this who always listen and are ready to learn. So I try to give them some advice. The most important thing is they feel free as they play. This is what they did today. They are doing amazing. Gary Neville warns Arsenal starlet Bukayo Saka not to end up like Tottenham flop Dele Alli. Gary Neville has warned Bukayo Saka not to allow his career to go in the same trajectory as Tottenham midfielder Dele Alli, who the former Manchester United defender says needs a wake-up call. If they want a warning sign, they should look at Dele Alli, he told Sky Sports. I had him with England and I would have said that he would have become one of the top midfield players that this country has ever produced. He had everything, 6'2", could score goals, could tackle, could head. And now look at him on the football pitch, he's the shadow of the player he was. Last year I said he needs a wake-up call, but now he needs to sort himself out and quickly.
If you like the video, like, share and subscribe to my channel.